Om. 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 Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. We are in Prashnopanishad, Panchama Prashna. We are on the fifth question. Till now we have seen the four questions, and here the 11th mantra towards that was the last mantra of the fourth question, and there it was told that this mantra is the summary of the fourth question, that akshara. What is akshara? That which does not reduce. And what is that? That akshara is your essence, that atma, in that akshara in whom one has discovered himself to be that self. He is the knower of that akshara purusha. He is the knower of everything, and in fact he is everything. He is not only the knower of everything, but he is everything. And in this way the fourth question was concluded, and we saw that as the questions have gone through, the first question was the process of creation told by the Shruti Mata. Then we saw the Pran and Rai over the two chapters, and what is the position of the Pran and how it functions, and what are its functions and how it leaves the body. All those things we saw. And in the fourth question answer, we saw the reality, how it expresses through relativity and how it supports the relativity, and yet doesn't get affected, doesn't get influenced by the relativity, and that is the akshara purusha. Now we enter into the fifth question, and and what is the verse? And this fourth verse, fifth question, is asked by Satyakam, and the fifth student. And here the Omkar Upasana, the question that is asked is, through Omkar Upasana, what do we gain? Which loka do we gain? Because when our attention is on the world, then if we chant Omkar wrongly, will we go to hell? If we chant Omkar mechanically, will we come back as human beings? If we chant Omkar with devotion, will we get Bhurva Svatapa Janama Satyam, will go to Satyalok? Which loka do we get? And now repeat after me the first verse. Atha hainam shaibhya satyakamah papracha. Atha hainam shaibhya satyakamah papracha. बंद कर दे. सयोह वै तद भगवन, सयोह वै तद तद भगवन मनुष्येषु प्रायणान्तं, मनुष्येषु प्रायणान्तं ओंकारम् अभिध्यायीत कतमं वावसतेन लोकं जयतीति, कतमं वावसतेन लोकं जयतीति. Together. अथ हैनं शैब्य सत्यकामः पप्रच्छ स यो ह वै तद्भगवन्मनुष्येषु प्रायणान्तम् ओङ्कारम् अभिध्यायीत कथमं वा वसतेन लोकं जयतीति. Then that sage Pippalad, he is the teacher, and to him the student, this is the fifth student, and who is he? He is the son of Shibi, and his name is Satyakam, and he asked, O Lord Bhagavan, Papracha means asked. Satyakama is the name, Shaibya is the Shibi Rishi Shibi, his son. Atha Sayoha vai tad bhagavan manusheshu prayanantam omkaram abhidhyayita. This is a question. Among the human beings, whoever chants the omkar till the last breath of his life, and contemplates on the omkar in his life, by doing that omkar upasana, what loka does he attain to, or what he is victorious to reach which loka? Jayatiti, lokam jayatiti, which he wins which loka? So this is the question that is asked by the Satyakam. So here we see, we'll straight away get into the Bhashya, so that way we don't, we'll see the Upasana. So the Bhashya says, Atha hainam shaibya satyakama papracha. And here it, now the fifth student Satyakama asks the question, Athedanim parapara brahma prapti sadhanatvenonkarasyo pasana vidhitsaya prashna arabhyate. And the teacher, all students have asked the question, keeping in mind that the teacher is the Bhagavan. Every questioner addressed the teacher as Bhagavan, O venerated one, O Lord, O great one. Until and unless we don't have that reverence and faith in the teacher, the student can never benefit. And this is a foregone conclusion in all the texts that you see. We see that in Bhagavad Gita also. What is that? Shadhi mam tvam prapannam, shishyasteham shadhi mam tvam prapannam. I am your disciple because you are my teacher, and I am surrendered at your feet. What does that mean? It means that Arjun has considered the Lord to be the Lord himself. That's why he surrendered at his feet. See? And therefore, Arjun became available to be transformed by the words of the Lord. But we are so full of our own knowledge. We are so full. And that is why the teacher here in Pippalad, Sage Pippalad, he asked the 6 students, you stay with me for 1 full year under my diktat. No arguments, no questions. And after 1 year of living with me, then you can ask the question and I will answer the question. If I feel that I know the answer, I will give it to you. And if I don't want to give the answer, I will not give it to you. Are you ready to waste your 1 year with me? In today's times, students will say, why should I waste my time with such a person? And what guarantee is there I will get an answer or not after 1 year? Because they are not, the individuality is too strong. What is required is surrender. We told you at the beginning of this Upanishad, in military, the soldiers have got no choice. They only listen to the command and don't doubt their commander. Similarly here, we don't doubt the Lord. We don't doubt the teacher, the Sadguru within, the Sadguru outside, the Lord who is guiding every one and all in this creation. See? Then the tuning happens between the teacher and the student. The tuning is not from the teacher to the student. The tuning is only from student to the teacher. I said it wrong before. Because teacher already knows what he is teaching. See? It's the student who wants to know. So who has to mold himself? Who has to change himself? Who has to do the sadhana? The teacher or the student? The student. So we must be ever alert. So this is indicated by how I so what is that? Now the question is, they are starting to ask the question. सह यह कश्चिद् वै भगवन् मनुष्येषु मनुष्याणां मध्ये तद् अद्भुतम् इव प्रायणान्तं मरणान्तं यावज्जीवमिति एतत् ओंकारम् अभिध्यायीत अभिमुख्येन चिन्तयेत्. Okay, just we'll do it up till there. Chintayet. So what is he saying? See, this topic, the topic taken in this text is the Omkar Upasana. And this Omkar Upasana is taken up as the Alamban. Alamban means support. Support of both. What? Apara and Paravidya. These are the two topics. Remember, question number 4, 5 and 6 are about the Paravidya. So here the student is asking, Omkar Upasana is the fifth question is taken up as that Omkar is taken as support for both para and apara knowledge. So tell us, what is the method of Omkar Upasana? This question will be answered in this fifth question. So here it says, O teacher, sa yaha kaschid vai bhagavan manusheshu manushyanam. So that we just read till chintayet. It says, O teacher, any person among humans is certainly a great surprise. That till the last moment of his life, that is, what is the surprise? That he has done Omkar Upasana from beginning till the end of his life, till the last breath. And what is that Omkar Upasana he has done? He has contemplated on the Om and reflected on the Om and chanted on the Om and meditated on Om. That is the Upasana that he has done. So he who is Chintayet, Omkar Dhyayita Abhimukhyena Chintayet, and then thereafter Bahya Vishayebhya Upasamhrita Karanaha Samahita Chitto भक्त्यावेशित ब्रह्म भाव ओंकारे आत्म प्रत्यय संताना विच्छेदो भिन्न अजातीय प्रत्ययांतरा अखिलीकृतो निर्वातस्थ दीपशिखा समोभिध्यान शब्दार्थः. So what he's saying here, a bit of a mouthful, but what he's saying that so he who has reflected or contemplated till the last moment means that such a person. Now these are very important points. First point, that what is the thing? Till the last moment of his life, he has been reflecting or contemplating till the last moments. What does reflecting and contemplating on Omkar till the last moment mean? One, he who has withdrawn from the all worldly objects and is totally introvert. This is the first meaning or conclusion of one who has contemplated and reflected on Omkar Upasana, on Omkar till the last breath. Second point, his mind is awake. His mind is awake and not caught up in the plurality. What does this mean? Mean by Omkar Upasana or any, here it is Omkar, you can connect it to any mantra also, that doing the mantra, contemplating on the mantra, chanting the mantra, reflecting on the mantra, the person has not gone to sleep. He is awake, first thing. Second, we can add to it that he is awake to himself even while the chanting is going on. He may not have realized, but he is awake. He is awake to himself. In other words, he is witness. And such a person is not caught up in plurality. So he is not buffeted by desires, he is not distracted by any thoughts or desires in his mind, nor by any attachments, nor by. He has come to this conclusion, enough of this world. Omkar represents the whole world. Omkar is the beej of the whole world, the seed of the whole world. Then why should I think of the whole world? There is no end to thinking about the plurality. If I think about how many waves are there, I will never come to know. But if I understand the ocean or the wave or the water, then I don't have to count the waves. I just know principally that all waves are nothing but water. Water alone is supporting all the waves. See? But our addiction, our infatuation with the objects, with the relations, as we spoke in that other topic which we were talking before. And thirdly, such a person, you cannot chant Om till the last breath until and unless you don't have tremendous devotion. And accepting the supreme reality, and by chanting that mantra Om, this tremendous devotion and the acceptance that supreme reality alone is, which is formless, attributeless, qualityless, is itself appearing as the Ishvara in my life or the Lord in my life, and there is a possibility through the Omkar. I have faith in the Omkar, and by chanting this Omkar, I'll come to know the Lord, I'll be one with the Lord, I'll be at one ment with the Lord. This possibility is there, and therefore, through this bhakti, through this shraddha and bhakti, and saburi we can add, patience, I am going to pursue this Omkar Upasana, because it can get me to the destination. So these are the 4 points. What it means to do Omkar Upasana, reflecting on Omkar and contemplating on Omkar till the last moments or till the last breath. And in this way, here it said what? Atma pratyaya santana avichhedo भिन्न जातीय प्रत्ययांतरा खिलीकृतो निर्वातस्थ दीप शिखा समः abhidhyana shabdartha. The word was abhidhyayita. So that abhidhyayita means what? That is being told here, that he who is having constant awareness of his own being, Atma Pratyaya. Atma, you understand, Pratyaya is constant awareness on that, and therefore here it says what? Where are we? Bhinna jatiya pratyaya antarakhilikrito. Bhinna means multiple variety of thoughts. Jatiya, different qualities of thought, types of thought. So there are no dissimilar, bhinna jatiya, there are no dissimilar thoughts in his mind. Then what is going on? What is this one thought that is going on? Om, Om, Om. Continuously. A japa jap, but with awareness. Continuously. And in such a person, therefore, no doubt is left. And as a result, what happens? He becomes, as a result of it, his understanding becomes steady. And how is this steadiness? Here the example is given. Deepa shikha samaha abhidhyana shabdartha. Just like a lamp which is protected from all sides. This is the meaning of abhidhyana. So, his attention, his intention, his thought, everything, because he has already become introvert, the senses are not disturbing the mind, only one theme of thought is going on. The attention of the mind also is is contemplating on the meaning of Om, and in this manner he is not engulfed by any plurality, and therefore this continuous, his mind is continuously like a steady lamp which is protected from all sides so that the wind does not come and blow it. Similarly, this continuous contemplation on Om within is protected within. How is that? By not going thinking about the outside world, by not thinking about past and future, just doing what is required to be done. And what is that? Om. And this is the meaning of abhidhyana. And then it says, Satya brahmacharya ahimsa parigraha tyaga sannyasa shaucha santosha mayavittau mayavittvadyane kayam aniyamanu gruhitah sa evam yavad jiva vrata dharanah katamam vava. So here he is saying that he who has practiced yama, niyama, asana, pranayam, pratyaya, dharana, dhyan, samadhi to perfection. And what is the yama, niyama that was told here? when it says Satya, Brahmacharya, Ahimsa, Aparigraha. Satya means truthfulness, Brahmacharya means control of vitalities, Ahimsa is non-violence, Aparigraha is non-accumulation, Tyaga means giving up, not getting attached to anything, Sannyas is renunciation, Shaucha is this is first was Niyam, Yama, now it is Niyam. What is Niyam? Shaucha, Santosha, and so on. And in simple words, he is not affected by who does not disturb the outside world nor gets disturbed by the outside world, and who is living a disciplined life, Shaucha, Santosha. And these have to be practiced. Thinking continuously about your family, about your children, about your business, about your money, and attending few classes of satsang, and thinking that why realization is not taking place. It's not taking place because we are still attached to the rest of the world. We are not attached with the same intensity that we are attached to the world, has to be turned towards the Omkar Upasana. Then see why the transformation will not take place. It will take place. Abidance will happen. But we don't do it. Then argument comes. Oh, Arjuna did not do any sadhana. Why should we do? I am an intelligent person. I can understand. I will also understand and transform like Arjuna did. Good luck. So, Niyama was living life with perfect self-discipline up to the last moments of his life, and it is not happening as a result of an fluke, as an accident or a copycat. No, he has made the resolve within his mind and is living a life of commitment, of discipline, of sadhana. See? Then, Bhava, अनेके ही ज्ञान कर्मभिर्जेतव्या लोकास्तिष्ठन्ति तेषु तेन ओंकार अभिध्यानेन कतमं सो लोकम जयति. So here he says that there are many worlds which are attained or reached by karma, upasana, jnana. So which is that? Now the student is asking. This was all a precursor to asking the question, and now he is asking, having told all this, that there are many worlds which we can attain by karma, upasana, and jnana. So which is that world which is attained by the seeker who is practicing the Omkar Upasana? What is the attainment in apara Brahma? See, para Brahma means that which is beyond. In apara Brahma, what is apara Brahma? In short, relative world. What is the micro in relative world? Jivatma. What is the macro in relative world? The Lord, the Brahmaji, the Sat, Virat Purusha. So in this apara Brahma, what is that which we can gain the highest? And in this manner, so now in the second verse, what is gained by Omkar Upasana or by apara Brahma, what is gained? Now that was the question. Now the second verse says, repeat after me, Tasmai sahovacha, etadvai satyakama param cha param cha, etadvai satyakama param cha param cha, brahma yad onkaraha, तस्माद् विद्वान् एतेन एव आयतनेन ऐकतरम् अन्वेति तस्माद् विद्वान् एतेन ऐवायतनेन ऐकतरम् अन्वेति. Together. तस्मै स होवाच एतद्वै सत्यकामपरं चापरं च ब्रह्म यद् ओङ्कारः तस्माद्विद्वान् नेतेनैवायतनेनैकतरम् अन्वेति. To that student, when the sage Rishi Pipalad was asked the question by the student, that the sage Pipalad, he said, "Oh Satyakam, this Omkar, it is certainly can give you both the para and apara Brahma." So intelligent people, by taking the support of this Omkar, they attain to any one of them, either the para Brahma or the apara Brahma. Now the Bhashya says, इति पृष्ठवते तस्मै स होवाच पिप्पलादः एतद्वै सत्यकामा. कहाँ गया? हाँ, so the same thing, that in this manner to Satyakama, sage Pippalat said, "Oh dear Satyakam, etadvai Satyakama, etad Brahma vai param cha aparam cha Brahma param satyam aksharam purushakyam aparam cha pranakhyam prathamajam yat tad onkara eva onkaratma atmakam onkara pratikatvat." So here the teacher is answering. He says this Brahma is of two types. That one reality, the absolute reality, it expresses as two types. What is that? Para and apara Brahma. Para Brahma, the transcendental reality, and the relative reality, apara Brahma. So this is very technical language. Otherwise, the relative or the apara Brahma is where all the lokas are. Para Brahma is beyond. Some places taken as something different also, which we'll see. So as regards para Brahma, it's not possible to comprehend with help of words, because yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. Taittiriya Upanishad says that it is beyond the scope of the speech and beyond the comprehension of the mind. That is the para Brahma, the transcendental reality, because it is formless, attributeless, qualityless. So that which does not have a name, form, quality, how can we talk about it? So it is beyond words and beyond the comprehension of the mind. And therefore nothing to discuss about Parabrahma, nothing to talk about Parabrahma, and therefore it's beyond all the senses, meaning the five senses and the mind. But it has to be comprehended by the mind. And यहाँ पे अभी we'll go continue. And what is that? हाँ, ठीक है. Here it says, परम ब्रह्म ही ब्रह्म शब्दादि उपलक्षणार्हम सर्वधर्म विशेष वर्जितम अतः न शक्यम atindriya gocharatvat kevalena manasavagahitum. And therefore, because this Parabrahma is beyond the indriyas, that is the senses, and therefore it cannot be known through the senses or the mind, and cannot be searched by the mind. Now this is the important point. So Parabrahma cannot be contemplated upon, Parabrahma cannot be known through the mind. Then what is the apara Brahma? Omkare tu Vishnavadi pratima sthaniye bhakti aveshita brahma bhave dhyayinam tat prasidati iti etad avagamyate shastra pramanyat tatha param cha brahma. See how beautiful it is. And then it says that so here, before we go ahead from here, what we have to understand is that we have, the only instrument we have is our mind. So we are studying aparoksha anubhuti, we are studying digdrishya vivek, we are studying amrut anubhav. The topic is always transcendental, but what is the tool that we are using, instrument that we are using? We are using the speech and we are using the mind to understand, to comprehend. So the only tool is the mind. So it has to be, whatever we are seeking has to be comprehended by the mind. Meaning, what? That this we saw in our Amrut Anubhav. What is that? That there is only vritti vyapti but no phala vyapti. See how beautiful. Come back to the same. That you are thinking of infinity but no conclusion, no phala vyapti. No conclusion of infinity is happening in your mind. You are thinking of Satchidanand but no conclusion of Satchidanand. You are talking of eternity. The word is used is eternity. You understand eternity means forever and ever and ever and ever. You know the word unborn, that which does not come into existence, into creation, into manifestation. Undying, which is never going out of existence. So you understand, you can talk about it. And we keep looking, what is there like that? So where we use the words, but we do not allow a conclusion to come to the mind. That is called as, there is vritti vyapti. Vritti means thought. Vyapti means appearance of a thought, but no result of that thought. This is a table. This table. The table is in my mind. A thought of table came, and that there is an object or a shape that even if I keep my eyes closed, the thought of some table will come in my mind. But when we say no phala vyapti, no thought of infinite comes, no thought of ananta comes, no thought of all pervasiveness comes. You know the word, but there is no conclusion. Therefore, this can be known only by a very, very refined, pure intellect, as we talked about the Omkar Upasana before, by doing that Omkar Upasana, the intellect has become finer and finer, subtler and subtler, and with that absolutely uncorrupted, absolutely pure intellect, where there are no samskaras, no memories, no objectivity there in that mind, when then the vritti vyapti happens, but phala vyapti doesn't take place. And here when we talked about, where are we? Omkare tu Vishnavadi pratima sthaniye, that verse we already read. So here it says, on the basis of the authority of scriptures, it's very much acceptable. so we don't make that claim because the scriptures say so. And what is that? When we do Omkar Upasana or when we do Upasana of Om, like uh, like we do of Lord Vishnu, etc., then certainly the Upasak, that means the seeker or the chanter of Om, is benefited. And what is the benefit? Whatever the result is coming, or that it falls in the purview of apara Brahma. By chanting of Om, he will conclude, and therefore it is said, it's it's the support for both para and apara Brahma. And तस्मात् परं च अपरं च ब्रह्म यद ओंकार इत्युपचर्य उपचर्यते उपचर्यते तस्माद् एवं विद्वाने तेन एवं एवात्म प्राप्ति साधनेनैव ओंकार अभिध्यानेन एकतरं परमपरं वान्वेति ब्रह्मानुगच्छति नेदिष्टं ह्यालम्बनम् ओंकारो ब्रह्मणः. So then it said, Om is the alamban or the support for both, for the Parabrahma and the Apara Brahma. And the wise seeker, when he takes the sadhana of Om, then he reaches either Parabrahma or he reaches Apara Brahma, as Om is nearest to the Para and Apara. So, and we have to determine what is our choice. If we are chanting Om and we want a conclusion, we want an experience, we want to reach somewhere, then we can reach the maximum in Apara Brahma. But if our attention is on awareness, is on the self, is on the vritti vyapti but not on the phala vyapti, that means we have become extremely subjective without looking for a conclusion. Then it will take us to Parabrahma. And these are the fine points or pointers, so that we don't lose the way when doing the upasana, or when doing the upasana. Here many pointers are given. What are the what should be your frame of mind? What are you, if I do upasana of Om and I think of house, I can buy a house. Money will come, house will come. I want a wife, that will also come. I want to be Lord of the world, that will also come. This is how in Kathopanishad, Yamraj, who is part of the Apara Brahma, he is part of the relativity, and he tells Nachiket, you are really great, because when I was your age and I wanted to be the master of death, and I did the Omkar Upasana, there also Omkar Upasana came. And he said, I did the Omkar Upasana, and by doing that Upasana, when the Lord appeared, he asked me, what do I want? I said, instead of asking for the truth that you are, what is that which is beyond dharma and adharma? I didn't ask that question, Nachiket. I asked him, I want to be the master of death, and now I am locked into the position of Yamraj. But you are greater than me. As a teacher who has all the knowledge, he is the master of death. He is giving Omkar Upasana, but he is in awe at the clarity and vairagya of the student in Nachiketa, who only wants to know what is that which is beyond dharma, dharma. So where is our attention? Is our attention on the transcendental principle that the self is, or is our attention, and we are thinking of that transcendental principle every now and then, but we want an experience of that transcendental principle. If we want an experience, objective experience of that transcendental experience principle, then the maximum we can go is to the Satyalok, to Brahmaji, Hiranyagarbha. That is the ultimate in apara Brahma. In the relativity, that is the maximum you can go to. Now we go to the third verse, na? You are enjoying, or you are going to, all of you are there, no? नहीं तो मैं बोले जा रहा हूँ, है, ओके. स यद्येकमात्रम् अभिध्यायीत, सद्येकमात्रम् अभिध्यायीत, स तेनैव संवेदितस्तूर्ण जगत्, स तेनैव संवेदितस्तूर्णमेव जगत्याम् अभिसम्पद्यते. स तेनैव संवेदितस्तूर्णम् एव जगत्याम् अभिसम्पद्यते. तं रुचो मनुष्यलोकम् उपनयन्ते, तं रुचो मनुष्यलोकम् उपनयन्ते. स तत्र तपसा ब्रह्मचर्येण, स तत्र तपसा ब्रह्मचर्येण श्रद्धया सम्पन्नो महिमानम् अनुभवति, महिमानम् अनुभवति. टुगेदर. स यद्येकमात्रमभिध्यायीत, स तेनैव संवेदितस्तूर्णमेव जगत्याम् अभिसम्पद्यते. तं रुचो मनुष्यलोकम् उपनयन्ते. स तत्र तपसा ब्रह्मचर्येण श्रद्धया सम्पन्नो महिमानम् अनुभवति. What does he say? That seeker, that upasaka, now, so here it is told that the Omkar is one matra, two matra, three matras. So here it is told, if he meditates, reflects, contemplates on one matra of the Omkar, eka matra vishishta, he meditates on it, then he can understand, he can get a glimpse of the truth, but immediately after that glimpse, he again goes back to the world. Then it is told, and here it says the riches, meaning is the whatever he has chanted, all that those mantras that he has chanted, they take the soul back to the human plane of existence, and he again goes there and he does tapa, brahmacharya, along with shraddha, and by doing that, eventually he becomes a revered one on the earthly plane because he has chanted that Omkar. So when I read this verse like this, then I see so many kids nowadays. You can see it on YouTube also. I have met 2, 3 of them in your very, very young age, less than 10, and they are so wise, they are so intelligent. They know the entire Bhagavad Gita. They know the entire Ramayana. They can chant. They are even know the entire Srimad Bhagavatam, 18,000 verses. So it cannot be in this life. It must be some samskaras from past life. And now we are talking about relative. Yes, from absolute point of view, there is no past life, there is no future life. But at the relative level, this is what must be happening, and that's what is told here, that a person who has had the glimpse of the truth, he is born back into the human plane, and there he becomes a revered one because of his tapas, his brahmacharya, and his faith in the whatever he is doing, and thus gains name and fame and respect and reverence. स यद्यपि ओंकारस्य सकलमात्रा विभागज्ञो न भवति तथापि ओंकार अभिध्यान प्रभावाद् विशिष्टाम् एव गतिं गच्छति. एतद् एकदेश ध्यान वैगुण्यतया ओंकार शरणः कर्म ज्ञान उभय भ्रष्टः न दुर्गतिं गच्छति. How beautiful. So here he says, all right, 3. So here he says, even indeed, if a person does not know the meaning of all the 3 matras, see, Omkar is also known as, is usually broken up as u or ma, or and if he has not contemplated, reflected upon the completeness of the Om, where do we find all the meanings of the Om? You read Mandukya Upanishad. In that it is given. Here also it is given a bit, but not as much as in detail there as it is given there. So even if he has, without understanding also, if he has chanted Omkar, he will get a good destination. In other words, a person who has surrendered to Omkar, and even if he is chanting only a part of the Omkar and understanding only one part, and because he has not got the complete understanding, therefore by karma or gyan, because so even if he is chanting, doing a wrong karma and having a wrong knowledge, or he is not, how should I say, corrupted by wrong karma or wrong knowledge and reach some unwanted destination, and all this is possible only because he has chanted Omkar even without understanding, and only even one matra. So he does not come. Na durgatim, this is where we na durgatim gacchati. Gati means destination. Durgati means bad destination. Bad destination may be hell. Bad destination may be the lower lokas. Bad destination may be the getting into the womb of not cow or lion or elephant, but getting into the womb of mosquito or snake or any other lower yonis. Kim tarhi, how come? Yadyapi evam omkaram eva ekamatra vibhagagya eva kevalaha abhidhyayita ekamatram sadadhyayita sa tena eva ekamatra vishishta onkara abhidhyanena eva samveditaha samboditasturnam kshiprameva jagatyam prithivyam abhisampadhyate. Long, long sentences. Then then what happens? If he doesn't get to wrong destination, then when he contemplates on it with even one matra, then and meditates upon it, it's just told that even by that one chant or that one matra chant, he again regains human birth. That is what is told. That is the result. And what is that eka matra? Eka matra is, as I told you, a, u and ma. In English you say A-U-M. In Hindi, A-U-M. So some fellows, they chant Aum, that is howling. Om should be chanted as Om, not Aum. You don't chant it that way. But some people do it. I see so many. Many people have come and asked me also about it. Should we chant A or U or Ma or first two together or last two together? Or unnecessary, too much reading and listening to these things. Here the answer is given straight. What does it say? What does it say? That not understanding Omkar is a limitation, and even though he has not attained perfection in karma or gyan, he is your gyan means upasana. So even though they are not, because of contemplation only on akara, remember it, they said ekamatra. Ekamatra is akar. So even though he has chanted only on akar and invoked the divinity, the supreme reality through akar, thus such a person or such a upasaka is born again as a human being. And the Rigveda mantras, the Richas, the Rigveda mantras, therefore these mantras take him to the human form again, which means he's been following the Rigveda. With akar, you are following the Rigveda, knowingly or unknowingly. Now, when he is born again and again, he is born in a good family, as a Brahmin, in a Sanskritic family, and in his life, there is a natural aptitude for, or the environment in the family is that of brahmacharya, of tapasya, and faith in the higher, faith in himself, faith in the teacher, faith in changing himself, and he is able to, and thus we see in many houses, naturally, the food is sattvic, breakfast, lunch, dinner, only sattvic. And other places, only asattvic, tamasic. So, in what type of family you are born, that is because of the upasana before. And again, and in such a family, the sanskaras, devotion to the Lord, devotion to the mantras, faith in the scriptures, all this is naturally there, and there is no licentiousness. And again, these are all found depending upon what that person needs to go through, or what he has contemplated upon in his previous life. That will determine what type of family he will get. But here, if he has chanted the Om, he has chanted one part of Om, that is akar, he comes into a family, and as a result of previous sanskars, he lives a life of self-discipline, of a dignified human being, and even if he is or makes himself into a dignified human being by getting the right environment, and so even though such a person, such a upasaka, has not attained the ultimate reality, but he does not go to durgati, he does not fall into lower yonis, he does not fall into lower worlds, from where then he has to wait for the evolution to take place to come to the human birth. But if you have chanted one matra also, you come into the human birth on this earth. This is the first matra and the upasana of the first matra and its result. Now, what is the result of those who chant akar and ukar? A and u, that we will see it in our next class. Today, this is enough. Isn't that interesting? I have read this before, I have listened from Swamiji before, but we forget because we don't revisit it again and again. So refreshing. But सिर्फ listening नहीं, करना पड़ेगा. You have to chant. Now, chant with understanding. If akar is done, maximum result, again human birth. A and u you will do, we'll tell you tomorrow. Then when you do a, u and ma, then we'll tell you the last day. Maybe next class only. So interesting. Now once we have this understanding, then there's no confusion. Then you will not chant Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Just sit quietly for a moment. On Wednesday night, I am going to someone's place for bhiksha. It's the same time, 7:30. But let's see if we can do the class there. I will let you know. Hopefully it should be possible. We'll do 1 hour class. तो अपना thought complete हो जाएगा, है ना? सिर्फ खाना क्या खाना है जाके, उनको जबरदस्ती बिठाएंगे. ओके. हरिओम.
हरिओम स्वामी जी.
हरिओम हरिओम हरिओम.
हरिओम स्वामी जी.
हरिओम हरिओम.
हरिओम स्वामी जी.
Swami ji, you coming back next week on Monday?
Monday. Yeah, 19th.
19th. And satsang at my place?
Satsang at your place at 6:30, isn't it?
6:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done.
Thank you. Thank you.